This is Mac OS Ken.
Hearing Apple event hints, big money and small payments, and the boss is headed to Apple TV+. It's Tuesday, the 6th of October, 2020. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by Mint Mobile, offering their unlimited data plan for just $30 a month at mintmobile.com/macosken. This show is also sponsored by Squarespace, your place online. What I love about Squarespace is the control that it gives me. The first couple of versions of macosken.com were built by other people who got busy and suddenly didn't have time to work on my site. I was always stuck waiting until I tried Squarespace. Their beautiful, customizable templates and drag-and-drop editing tools are so easy to use. I went from waiting days for my friends to fix my site to having the site I wanted up and running in a couple of hours. If you don't have one yet, now is an excellent time to start. The ease with which you can make your own space and the speed with which you can transform it, those are two ways that Squarespace has always impressed me. See what it can do for you. Go to squarespace.com/macosken for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code MacOSKen to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Start your free trial today. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code MacOSKen to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain at squarespace.com/macosken. And a big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring today's show. When we see the next iPhone announced, we may hear about some new stuff for listening as well. Mac Rumors highlights a Bloomberg report that says Apple's pulled from its store headphones and speakers made by manufacturers other than Apple. All of this comes ahead of an anticipated October event, which is practically guaranteed to feature new iPhones, and suddenly looks like it'll have new audio stuff too. Gone, according to the report, are headphones and speakers from Bose, Logitech's Ultimate Ears line of speakers, as well as speakers from Sonos. In their place? Well, nothing yet. That said, speculation's been out there for months that Apple will introduce new noisemakers. Mac Rumors points to recurring talk of a smaller, lower-cost HomePod and high-end over-the-ear Apple-branded headphones. The sudden disappearance of third-party kit starts that talk again. Quoting Mac Rumors, Apple has made similar moves in the past, eliminating stock of fitness trackers ahead of the launch of Apple Watch. Apple told Bloomberg that it regularly makes changes to the products that it offers as new third-party accessories are released, and the needs of customers change. Neat as noise machines may be, the star of Apple's next digital show will almost definitely be iPhone. Deutsche Bank analyst Jeriel Ong thinks what a portion of the world wants is a smaller one. Barron's had Mr. Ong issuing a note last Friday, liking the idea of 3 sizes of iPhone rather than 2. According to Barron's, the iPhone 12 lineup is expected to include the 5.4-inch iPhone 12, the 6.1-inch iPhone 12 Max, the 6.1-inch iPhone 12 Pro, and the 6.7-inch iPhone Pro Max. Ong is into that idea, not because he thinks Apple needs 3 sizes, but because people like more choice in his estimation. He casts his mind back to iPhone 6, when Apple moved from a 4-inch screen for everybody to a couple of options, a 4.7-inch or 5.5-inch display. According to his note, this had the effect of increasing their consumer total addressable market, as in our view at the time, users' tastes had begun to shift toward large form factors due to increased gaming, video consumption, and social media usage, all of which tends to favor larger screens. While it is early to truly be confident, we believe that there are consumers out there who desire the latest iPhone technology in a smaller form factor. The latest technology. In other words, folks for whom iPhone SE will not do. Quoting his note again, offering a third form factor for a cutting-edge iPhone could spur those who prefer a smaller iPhone to upgrade, join the next iOS ecosystem, an aspect of the next iPhone cycle that remains underappreciated by investors. Ong has a buy rating on Apple shares. His price target on the shares is $140. New audio hardware, 3 sizes from which to choose for iPhone. Right or wrong, we likely won't have to wait too long to find out. Scuttlebutt puts the next Apple event 1 week from today, Tuesday, the 13th of October. If that's the case, Mac Rumors thinks the announcement for the virtual event could hit as early as today. I worked at a newsstand for about a month once. I learned 2 things. 3 if you count the thing I learned about Dr. J, but we can't talk about that. The 2 things I learned that we can talk about: bundling newspapers is incredibly messy. You'll look like an extra in a zombie movie by the time you're done. And 2, little things add up. Papers were 35 cents. Gum was 40 cents. It's a business of nickels and dimes, said the manager, who then failed to submit my timesheet for 2 of the 4 weeks I was there, meaning for 2 of the 4 weeks I was there, I had to wait an extra week for my check. Then he had the audacity to be upset when I didn't give him 2 weeks' notice. Still, I've had worse jobs. Okay, 1. Anyway, it's a business of nickels and dimes was the thing I always took with me. That and the thing about Dr. J. When Apple Pay, Apple Card, and Apple Cash each hit, the thinking of some was that they wouldn't move the needle. Apple's getting a fraction of each payment processed, nothing like the healthy, hefty 30% it gets from transactions in the App Store. Skip ahead a bit, and at least one analyst thinks Apple's payments business will generate billions in revenue. That's part of a headline from Barron's covering a note from Cowen and Company analyst Krish Sankar. In a note sent to clients Monday, Sankar pointed out the 3 elements of Apple's payments business have collectively grown more than 100% year over year in recent years. And he says that with the COVID-19 pandemic, usage and penetration of Apple's digital payments offerings have only accelerated further. The way he sees it, Apple will crest $1 billion in payments revenue this year. By the end of 2022, that number will be $2 billion in his estimation. Sankar has an outperform rating on Apple shares. His price target on the shares is $133. Adding to Apple's stack of small transactions, Mac Rumors says Apple Pay and Express Transit mode have been turned on for Japan's PASMO transit cards. According to the report, PASMO is similar to and interoperable with Suica, a transit system that has been compatible with Apple Pay and Express Transit mode for several years. PASMO is accepted on a number of train lines and bus lines in numerous areas of Japan, although it is most prevalent in the Tokyo metropolitan area. With the newfound support, people will be able to keep their PASMO cards full through Apple Pay. They'll also be able to zip through turnstiles using their associated iPhone or Apple Watch. Got a new count on the number of states using the Apple Google Contact Tracing API and the number of states or regions planning to do so. According to our friends at Cult of Mac, 10 states and regions so far have put the Silicon Valley solution in play. Citing a piece from CNBC, the 10 states or regions up and running include Alabama, Delaware, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Wyoming, and Guam. States either planning to get on the stick or currently testing the stick include Colorado, Connecticut, Maryland, Oregon, Washington State, Washington, D.C., Arizona is testing the tech, as is California. See, I understand what's taking California so long. They may not have heard about this technology that came from California. According to CNBC, according to Cult of Mac, 21% of the U.S. population, or around 70 million in total, currently have access to a COVID-19 app. Of course, have access versus download and activate versus when will the rest of the states get off this and get on with it? Yeah, this is fine. More news in a moment, but first a word from Mint Mobile, home of unlimited data for just $30 a month. How much? Well, the data is unlimited and the money is $30 a month. It's not just the data, though. It's also unlimited nationwide talk and text, plus the unlimited data on the nation's largest 5G network. How much are you paying now for less? You could be paying less for more. For me, Mint Mobile has been just as good as my old carrier at a fraction of the cost, but you want to make sure it's right for you. That's why Mint Mobile comes with a 7-day money-back guarantee. Take a few days. Really try it out. Make sure it covers where you go. If you're not 100% satisfied, return it within 7 days for a full refund. Otherwise, keep your phone, keep your number, and keep more of your money. To get your new unlimited wireless plan for just $30 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/macOSKen. That's MINT, mintmobile.com/macOSKen. Cut your unlimited wireless bill to $30 a month at mintmobile.com/macOSKen. And a big thanks to Mint Mobile for sponsoring today's show. Word of a teeny tiny update from Apple. The Mac Observer says Apple has released tvOS 14.0.2. Incremental bug-crushing code, it would seem. According to TMO, Apple says the update brings general performance and stability improvements. Speaking of updates, if you've got Disney, Star Wars, or Marvel movies in your digital vault, they may look better today than they did yesterday. Apple Insider says after years of holding out, Disney content purchased through iTunes is upgrading to 4K. Apple started selling 4K content back in 2017. It was then that Apple said previously purchased content would be upgraded to 4K at no additional cost. Disney held back, though, apparently to get people to sign up for Disney Plus when it launched a couple of years later. Now, nearly a year after that launch, Disney's apparently decided to let it go to purchase 4K content on iTunes. Apple Insider says users can navigate to a movie and verify it is 4K HDR within the title card. Additionally, the piece says users can view what content in their library is available in 4K by accessing the Apple TV app, navigating to the library, then looking in the section marked 4K. If you signed up for your free trial of Apple TV Plus the day it became available, you've got a decision to make soon. Mac Rumors ran a sort of PSA on Monday. Apple started offering people who purchased iPhone 11 or other new hardware last fall 1 free year of Apple TV Plus. Now the site says for those who signed up for Apple TV Plus right when it was available on the 1st of November 2019, those free year-long Apple TV Plus accounts are expiring at the end of October. That'll start charging on the 31st of October, according to the report. If you don't want to pay, you'll want to cancel around the 28th or 29th of this month. Mac Rumors suggest you set a reminder to cancel on the 30th of October, but to me, that feels like cutting it close. You could go ahead and cancel now, however, unlike most subscription cancellations, canceling Apple TV Plus cuts off access immediately. Or you could keep it. Do nothing and it'll start billing at $4.99 a month. Mac Rumors says there's also an option to pay for a full year for $49.99, a savings of 83 cents per month. Now, if you're looking for a reason to hang on to Apple TV Plus, one of its premiere shows is heading back into production. Deadline ran a piece Monday saying filming on the morning show is scheduled to restart 2 weeks from yesterday. Among the returning cast members are Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, Billy Crudup, Mark Duplass, and Steve Carell. While producers had wanted him back, Deadline says his contract was only for 1 year, and it was unclear whether he would return. Like every other scripted show, production on the morning show shut down in mid-March as COVID-19 marched across the globe. When production stopped, they were only partway through the first 2 episodes of the second season, all of which is to say there is no telling when new episodes will hit the Cupertino streamer. And finally today, one more movie to check out before pulling the plug on Apple TV+. The streaming service issued a press release today announcing the imminent arrival of the Bruce Springsteen documentary, Bruce Springsteen's Letter to You. The release promises a behind-the-scenes look at the iconic artist's creative process. Not coincidentally, the Apple Original Films documentary hits the same day as Springsteen's new album, Letter to You, Springsteen's first album recorded live and together with the E Street Band since 1984's Born in the USA. Apple says the feature-length Verité documentary features full performances from the E Street Band, in-studio footage, never-before-seen archival material, and a deeper look into Letter to You from Springsteen himself. The documentary hits Apple TV Plus on Friday, the 23rd of October. You can see the incredibly short teaser for the film now on YouTube. Coming up in a few minutes, have you heard of Palantir? I'd seen the name, though I had no clue what they did until Brian Chaffin, editor-in-chief of the Mac Observer, brought it up. Now I know just enough to freak me out. That's what's fun about It's News to Brian. Hear it for yourself in a few minutes. Listen where you get podcasts or on YouTube, youtube.com/KenRay. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by Squarespace. Get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain with offer code macOSKen at squarespace.com/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by Mint Mobile. Get unlimited data for just $30 a month at mintmobile.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media. Online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. We will talk again tomorrow. Until then, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.